Okay, hey, it's good to be back on camera again.
Weird. I feel a little nervous. Camera shy.
We'll do well, I think. I hope. We were talking, oddly enough, about football on the show, and with Matt Williamson in particular, who is a former scout and works for ESPN now. And it was interesting. We've heard the conversation, about Michael Bennett has been the most prominent one, and him talking about this isn't Costco and can they get him back or not. But I thought what was interesting about it, and the whole thing's on the podcast page for you to hear, but I thought the more interesting thing about it was how this might affect Golden Tate's future is not being brought up, but we asked him what the strongest position group he thought there was in this very deep draft, which is how he described it, and he said wide receiver.
Yeah, and Golden Tate is a guy that did come out and imply that he would give a discount. Now, how much that is, nobody knows. It could be $1,000, $100,000, or maybe it's $10. Who knows what it means? But he's a guy that has made it clear he wants to come back, but in talking to Matt Williamson, he made it sound like Tate may be gone. Mm-hmm. And due to the fact that they're going to have to pay him a decent amount of money, whether he takes a discount or not, and they might be able to get value in this draft. And he talked about those two specific positions and running backs and wide receivers being very deep. So if the Seahawks are looking for avenues to save money, there are a lot of them, whether they restructure contracts, whether they just flat out cut guys, and you look to the same names that we've all been talking about, whether it's Zach Miller and Sidney Rice and Chris Clemens and Red Bryant, something to be done with all those contracts. Golden Tate's a free agent. There's a lot of teams I think would probably love his talent. I'd love for him to stay, but as the conversation continues and the days continue and we talk to analysts about it, I'm getting to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves.
The irony is, the Seahawks haven't had a whole lot of success drafting wide receivers except him.
No.
He's easily the most successful draft pick they've had at wide receiver. I mean, Doug Baldwin, came in as a free agent, and they missed on everyone else. They hit on Tate in the second round.
Yeah, Durham, Harper. Yeah, they haven't. It hasn't panned out well.
Not so far, but something to keep in mind. And I really thought, and again, if you listen to it on the podcast, something to keep in mind for the Seahawks' entire approach to this offseason is that this is considered an incredibly deep and talent-filled draft, and the Seahawks have made more hay than anyone in getting draft picks that count in the third, fourth, and fifth round. The idea of them trading down to try and get more of those picks, to me, seems like a real logical move, and that might mean bad news for almost all their veteran free agents.
See who's coming, who's going, but there are a few faces I'd like to see stay. Everybody loves Golden Tate and what he brings, the big play element of his game, but I don't know. Do you get that feel like he's going to be gone? I don't know. Maybe Matt Williams. Check it out for yourself. See what you think of what Matt Williamson had to say, but I think he kind of pushed me to the point of thinking he's gone.
I feel sad.